So we have another dip buy here again, and when is this market gonna stop with this relentless supportive bid here? Let's get into it with our daily SPY SPX analysis. It is April 30th, 2025. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Appreciate you guys all for commenting, subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to come find me on carnivoretrades.com for swing trading alerts analysis and live day trading. And again, a really good day trading market here and swing trading for that matter here. But we got some earnings coming up here. Doing the video a little bit beforehand. I'll probably be able to cover that at least after the bell a little bit here, depending on when they release them. But I just want to get into this a little bit beforehand. I will say right now, before we even get into what's going on, I wouldn't fade whatever trend we get tomorrow. I think we will trend tomorrow, and I would not fade that direction. But right now, spiders here with a pretty good gap down. A lot of macro doom this morning. GDP falling pretty substantially. Then we had, kind of the sticky-ish, kind of PCE data, which we've been seeing. So there was the stagflation fear, and so on and so forth. But market's able to recover here. And again, that's kind of what we've been talking about. I said yesterday specifically, if you remember, I said just because we go, if we go down tomorrow, don't think we have to collapse. And I think a lot of people, this has kind of been my thesis moving forward. You remember, I've been saying this kind of daily here. Pain is still kind of in play. Like bears have been dying for a collapse, and bulls have been looking for a dip to buy. And I don't think anybody bought this dip this morning. I mean, I actually even got stopped out early this morning. We jumped back on after our hitting this beautiful trend line here. By the way, I'll just show you this level, get rid of all my day trading lines there, but beautiful retest of this trend line. I didn't see anybody really bullish this morning, not on my feed anyway, and there was a lot of bear victory lapping going on too. But we will get a pullback. It's just a matter of, how much pain needs to be squeezed out first. And I'm still in the camp, believe it or not, that we will see that. But, it's going to be up here. I think probably around 560. And that's where we're going to see more of a dip. So if you wanted to fade, I think that's where you want to go. Now, I don't know. We got Meta, we got Microsoft after the bell. Look at this pump here, by the way, doing this in real time here. You still have a little bit of sticky volatility, and that is noticeable and noteworthy going into this going into earnings. But SMH turning green now, and that was one of the things that got us jumping back in long this morning, as we had that nice outperformance from the semiconductors. Always look for that. They had nice opening range break bull, kind of first thing in the morning at 10 o'clock. Same thing with the IGV. Love those, using those two as leading indicators. By the way, Microsoft about to go green. Not that it matters because they're reporting in a few minutes, but in case you're wondering, we got a level around 400. Bull would be like 415, and then there's not really a lot of downside priced in. So I guess the negative here is that they could blow out. But from what I can see, Meta looks like it wants 600. These are just dealer levels, so I'm just giving you what they're looking at. And I think kind of 400 is a pretty good magnet there for MSFT. We also have Qualcomm too. I did not look at those levels. We have Hood. I think that could maybe go to 55. If these guys get whacked to the downside, though, I would not really step in front of it tomorrow, though. I'll say that. So I think we will get trend tomorrow. I would not try to fade it. That's kind of where I'm at right now. But nice move here. And again, still holding runners in my long. Jeez, look at this. So still holding some runners here long. Wow, look at this. We had some news in the middle of the day about Trump. He actually did call Beijing, I guess. I'm not sure if there's anything hitting the wire here or if this is just short covering. But nice stuff here. In any case, good move here, good dip buy. And again, right now, like I've been saying, I do think we will get a good pullback at some point, but there's still some pain here. And on this pullback too, we're running out of time to do damage here. We're going to be coming into a pretty good supportive window here as we get closer to May OPEX next week, and that makes it more likely that the next down leg will be more of a dip than anything. That's just what I'm looking at. That's kind of how I've got it mapped out. And the fractal I'm using that members know about is pretty much on time here. I've also got some other levels that we're watching on the VIX. Don't want to give those away specifically, but we're not quite to a buy level just yet. Again, that doesn't mean we can't get smacked here on earnings, but for me, I think the dealer level's a little bit lower here. But anyway, nice dip by here again, and this was the first real downside. And again, that's why I warned about yesterday. Just because we see red, you know, everybody's going to want to just going to look for that collapse. And yeah, spider's now green. Look at this pump here, unbelievable. Let me see here. I might be able to show you guys. Let's take a look here if we can get the terminal up. There we go. We got some. This is for tomorrow. Interesting. So some calls coming in at 56.05. A lot of volume hitting the tape right there on the. This is the open interest here, and then there's the volume. This was not what it looked like about 20 minutes ago. So this definitely changed. These are probably for tomorrow. And then this is SPY for tomorrow here. So we got 557 and then 560. Delta's starting to flip positive a little bit too. So interesting stuff. We'll see what we'll see what happens after earnings here. But nice pump here, and yeah, well, I guess my runners are doing pretty good now. So we'll take that again. Join the trading room. Could have paid that off easily this morning here, even with getting stopped out on some of my runners earlier. You know, it's more than making up for it. And that's the beauty. That's the beauty again of stopping out. Just, you know, sometimes the market gets you right. And I still did not really, I still was looking for a dip buy here, but, you know, we got to kind of a max risk where I wasn't comfortable. I said, okay, we get out. And then, you know, you guys just jump right back on as soon as you get your system to trigger. And, you know, it's usually not long, but look at this move here. So amazing stuff here. We got 5 minutes to the close. Triple Qs here. Again, I think 480 is a good level. I don't have that GEX right in front of me, but you can, I'm sure 480 is a level. And then IWM 200. Dow getting a nice bid here too. SMH, this was strong all day. Relative to the market, you see the IWM there at the highs of the day. IGV, this continues to be a strong winner here. And again, 96 is still a level. Transport's red to green, just like a lot of things. The 2-year yield, or the 2-year note, continuing to bid. This is the yield futures, but we're close to 360, I believe, on the 2-year. Yeah, we're actually just tapping below 360. This is the futures, so don't worry about this number. But we're tapping below 260 on the 2-year yield, which does give the Fed room to cut in May. Maybe the market's sniffing that out. Wow, what a pump here. So anyway, and then TLT here, a red day, but I think this still can get to 91. We still got catalyst tomorrow, jobless claims, and non-farm payroll Friday. So I didn't think we'd be this eventful into the close, so I'm trying to digest this right now. I'm sure the trading room's blowing up right now, but you know, we're doing good. XHP up 1%, VNQ up 65 basis points, good move there. XLF new highs, new local highs. Financials have been leading. KRE down, but nice dip by. Same thing with KBE, and then broker dealers here. Basically a token red day at this point. One of the things I'm not doing so good on is my oil trade, but you know, I kept the size small. I don't have ridiculous conviction in it, other than I think that we will see a higher low here, or at the very least a double bottom. But 1, 2, 3 days down, and I still like it here. So I'm just trying to hang in there on this trade again. I kept the size pretty small on this, but this is still a big level. This is a really big level here on oil. So I'm still holding on to that. And I can, handle it. It's not a huge position, but definitely rolled over. You got that, weakness there with that outside move. We have a big outside green candle here, and I think that a lot of the time they say that the second mouse gets the cheese. I think that might be the scenario here, and even XLE with a nice dip by here too. So not the worst setup. There's XOP and OIH holding up as well. Nat gas down 1% here, but no real damage. We also have the dollar index holding up again, trying for a daily higher low and trying to get that higher high, and that's helping to stabilize the market. Again, I know you got to throw these old correlations out sometimes, right? Oil up is actually good for the market right now because it's not recession. Dollar up is actually good for the market right now because it means money's not leaving the country, right? That's usually a good thing. So these old dynamics, you gotta be able to shift when things shift. Gold here down just under 1%. But again, these buyers keep coming in at 32.75. All right, that's what, 6 days in a row now? So if this level breaks, it's going down, but they keep coming in here and pushing it up. It does look like it's losing some momentum, though. Look at GDX here. GDX green. No damage on the chart right now. You're above all the moving averages. Silver again, holding that green bar low. So we'll give that the benefit of the doubt for now. Platinum, palladium, not doing a ton there. And then we got copper here. That got smoked today. That got just destroyed. Yeah, copper got roasted here. So, failed bull flag there. But it does have a lot of room for higher lows here. This is just all over the map. I wouldn't touch this. You couldn't convince me to touch copper right now. You think the NQs fall, though. All right, Bitcoin, quiet. And this was probably a sign that, we were going to get a dip buy, right? Even during the sell-off here this morning in, S&P, right? Bitcoin was just kind of yawning. Still got a bull inside bar, and I think it's just waiting for this 20 MA to catch up. If it does that, I think we're going to go make a run at 100K. So we'll see about that. But yeah, nice pop here. We're coming off the highs just a little bit. We'll see what happens with Softy and Mark Zuckerbox. But yeah, good move here. And say right now, I'm just going to give the market the bias to 560 on SPY. Based on we reclaimed all these levels. Nice bear trap here today. And I know you guys love making fun of me for saying bear trap, but there it is. But anyways, guys, I'll wrap it up here. You guys take care. Don't forget to come find me on carnivoretrades.com. I will see you guys all tomorrow.